Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So lots of structure forming, and the first bit of structure that we have is this, let's just call it a channel for now. So we have a channel that's set up and we've got a channel break to the downside. These often don't play out. You've got basically a 25% probability of it continuing to the downside, and if that 25% does play out, then you normally have a pretty big move to the downside. But obviously what you'd want to see is you want to see price come back and bounce off structure and then continue to the downside. So the three bits of structure are firstly this trend line. So it would be somewhere in the area of 34 to 80. Then what you have is you've got this area right here, and I say 3 because you probably find you've got a zone there. So somewhere in here, which is 34,623, and then obviously 34,547. So rejection of that area, then you can expect another healthy move to the downside. At the moment, pin bar, look across here to the pin bar. If we actually look at the weekly, you will see that's the previous low of the week. And look at the week at the moment, forming another pin bar. And look at the history of whenever we've been in this zone, buyers, buyers, buyers. Okay, we're still early in the week, so nothing to write home about just yet, but be wary of that. Okay, so moving down to 3 hour, pretty strong sell-off yesterday, but then the buyers did step in. And you can see oscillators group quite nicely to the downside. I would expect another move to the downside, at least to come and close this gap, or at possibility of testing this pin bar here. So I'd expect that to happen, possibly looking for a double bottom here, or alternatively a sort of a higher low. But it could also turn out to be a V reversal. US markets are renowned for that. After big moves, lots of V reversals typically suddenly appear out of nowhere. So lots to pay attention to this morning. Lastly, if you look at the hour, you can see we are below the moving averages, so the trend is still down. We're looking for structure, and at the moment there is no structure in sight. So these little tails here are not worthy of structure in my eyes. I'm looking at this area up here, but obviously that would erode every little bit of downside that we got yesterday. So the only other bit of structure that you can contemplate is a 61.8 Fibonacci, and that's right where we are right now. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, we need to wait. There's no real opportunities to be long. The stronger opportunity is for some more downside, potentially more downside, but it's going to have to be a really clear signal for me. So somewhere in here may interest me, but it'll be small positions with a trading off the 15-minute chart more than anything else, and looking for structure break on the 15-minute. But you can see this is the 155, so it could be a rejection here. So the closest bit of structure break is going to be this tail here right now. So we need a break below that, a 50-minute close below that. That would give you an opportunity to be short. And if I could just get my measuring tool, let's just say we get in somewhere around there. You're going to have a stop above the high. So it's a 100-point stop loss, which is relatively high for a move to the downside. Okay, bear in mind that we do have a potential double bottom here. One leg, second leg. Look at the oscillators, all double bottomed. If we come to the hour, you'll see a little bit of divergence here. So low, lower, low, where the oscillators are moving up. So that is a line in the sand. So 34,227, get above it, come back, hold it. That would give us a move back up into the channel, and probably 34,550 area would be tagged. So that's kind of the mixed view at the moment. Remember, there's lots of data that we're waiting for tomorrow. We're waiting for the Feds to come out and tell us that everything's all right and that they're not going to taper. And very interesting that these massive moves happen when we're at a stalemate with the Fed. So obviously manipulation at its best. But anyway, so if you didn't get in at the bottom here, if you watch my S&P 500 video, you'll see I managed to get in right at the bottom here. Then you need to wait for structure and pull back to create a higher low would definitely get me in long. But we need to close this gap and we need to find some structure lower down. But we'll wait and see where that happens. If I do see it, I'll give it to you in the Telegram channel. Anyway, that's my view this morning. It's still really, really volatile, so please be careful. Don't listen to all the noisemakers out there, including myself. Do your own homework as well. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.